All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, like all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to all the saints rocking out there, pressing the truth and sincerity. This is gonna be another quick hit, quick one. Lord willing, pretty much go in the spirit with, and all right, I'll jump right in. This is Psalms chapter 18, verse 21. It says, "For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and I have not and I have not wickedly departed from my power." And by us meditating in the scriptures, and we're keeping the will of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and we're not departing from His ways, constantly enduring. It says, "For all His judgments were before me, and I did not put them away." And I did not put away His statutes from me. I also, I was also upright before. I'll read it again. I was also upright before Him. I also kept myself from mine iniquity. And one of the things you have to do in this faith, if at all possible, refrain from your own iniquity, your own sins, put off the how you say it, the lust of the flesh, things that are really not expedient, so to speak, if I'm saying that correctly. It says, "Therefore, said the Lord, recompense me according to my righteousness." And we want the Lord to recompense us according to our righteousness, because the scriptures say, I believe it's in Matthew 6, to roughly quote, much is forgiven, much is required, so to speak. Like I said, we don't and to say, we don't know what we have done in our past life, let alone this one, just think of all the wickedness that you may have committed in this lifetime, and a lot of things that we may have did, deserve death, but the Lord is merciful, It says, "I was upright before Him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity," and that's what we strive for, to keep ourselves from our fleshly desire, our iniquity, Therefore, said the Lord, recompense me according to my righteousness, repay me according to my righteousness, according to the sincerity of the words, me studying and putting in the work, according to thy righteousness, because this is the righteousness, being brotherly, meditating, going out to the highways and byways, meditating in the scriptures day and night, as much as possible, that is righteousness, praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that's righteousness. It says, according to the cleansing of my hands, as in my eyesight. Verse 25, it says, with the merciful, thou wilt show mercy. With the merciful, thou wilt show mercy. I read it again. I'm stumbling on my words. It says, with the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful. Because if you be merciful, in turn, the Lord gonna show you mercy. Thou show thyself merciful, and with the upright man, thou wilt show thyself upright. Because there's the law of you reap what you sow. You dish out evil, you're gonna get evil return. You dish out good, you're gonna get good return. You do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're gonna get rewarded. Which I'm gonna grab, shortly after this. It says, with a pure heart will I show thyself pure. For with the forward wilt thou show thyself forward, and that's proud, and that's pretty much the ultimate balance. But I mentioned a point which I'm gonna grab, Matthew 6, right after the Lord's Prayer. So I can bear with me for a second. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 14. It says, "For ye forgive men their trespass." If you forgive men their trespass, hey, if you forgive, the brother, which we supposed to forgive a brother, especially a brother, but your fellow, Israelite, whatever the case is, if you forgive men their trespass, the Heavenly Father will also forgive you. So if you've been a proud, arrogant, unmerciful, unruly, just non-forgiving, hey, why should the Lord forgive you? After all the madness that you may have done, it's like it's a small inkling of compared to the things that you may have done. It blew out of freezing up Salakia. All right, so I just continue. It says, "For if you forgive men their trespasses, the Heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will the Heavenly Father forgive you your trespass." For your wicked deeds. Especially if it's a brother. Because like I say, you don't know what you have done to be in a predicament that you're in. And 9 times out of 10, the brother, who may have offended you or may have done something to you, 9 times out of 10 it wasn't intentional, and if it was, hey, you still got to forgive him, because hey, we forgive so that the Lord can forgive us, because like I said, hey, we're not perfect. Hey, some of the things that we may have done, hey, I'd be the first one to say some of the things that we have done, hey, be worthy of death, instant death, right then and there. Hey, but the Lord is merciful, Hey, the Lord is merciful and just, and then hey, that's the point. Yeah, that was the point. So yeah, hey, we gotta, hey, brothers, we gotta forgive. All right, so like this is Galatians chapter 5 verse 22. It says, "But the fruits of the Spirit are love." Hey, and love. The world take that out of context. Thinking that you got to be this so-called softy, Hey, but hey, there's tough love, Hey, sometimes you gotta distance yourself from certain people, Sometimes you gotta, hey, especially when it comes to your kids. Hey, sometimes you gotta put the hammer down, so to speak. And I'm not talking about beating them per se, but tough love, Hey, no, you do this, hey, get away from me with that, Hey, and especially if you got little kids, hey, the scriptures say correct your child, And like I said, I'm not saying beat the child, but a little discipline goes a long way. It says the fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, long suffering, and long suffering, meaning slow and tedious, to roughly paraphrase it. Gentleness, goodness, faith, So these are things that you should. These are characteristics that you should have, especially when dealing with the brotherhood or brothers. Love, joy, peace, long suffering. Like I said, a brother might offend you, or for whatever reason. Hey, hear him out. Don't speculate. Don't jump to conclusions. Of what you think or how you feel. And like I said, the brother might not, be intentionally doing it, It says gentleness, Don't be so quick to come with a harsh response, The scriptures say a soft answer turns away wrath, And you might, the brother might be a little bit offended, but, you come with a harsh or a rash, unreasonable response, you're going to get that same response out of the brother, which provoked the brother to anger, It says gentleness, goodliness, faith, believing, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law, So we want to model ourselves after these spiritual characteristics, It says against such there is no law, Hey, when you walking after the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, hey, you are pretty much blameless, without spot, without blemish, Hey, so hopefully I brought forth the point, that I was trying to bring across, or that the Spirit, led me to come across. Hey, hopefully, like I said, hopefully this video was edifying to you, brother, So with that, I'm going to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Karkadash, double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.